NGO Atina was founded in 2003 as a response of women's movement in Serbia to the problem of human trafficking and non-existence of adequate programs of long-term support for the victims and help in their social inclusion.
The idea behind establishing of this enterprise was, on one hand, to provide sustainability and to prove dedication to the recovery of the victims of trafficking, and on the other hand, to have additional component of our program of economic empowerment and to provide safe space for training and vocational training and employment of our beneficiaries.
Atina's work is guided by the needs of women and girl survivors, but also of those in risk, and it is based on the invaluable experience of women's movement activists.
Women we work with and girls we work with, they're coming from heavily deprived social backgrounds, usually face multiple discrimination. Often they face domestic or sexual abuse within their families or the wider environment. They're from different ethnic backgrounds. They lack support from their family and the local community, often lack proper education. So we also have to work that they go back to school and get some degrees that could help them in their further life. Before entering the phase where the person actually could get employment, she has to be provided a different scope of services that will help her get her self-confidence and dignity back so she can be really part of the society in a full and creative way. What's specific about Atina's work, these services consist of psychosocial support, medical support if necessary, legal support if the person is going through different procedures, educational support. We can proudly say that today we even have women going to studies and going to university, but it's a long process. It is necessary to provide all these different services, and then economic empowerment and entering the labor market is kind of a crown of this process when the person is able to now enter society back.
Over years, Atina has established a comprehensive social inclusion program consisting of transition house, reintegration center, field support team and bagel shop.
In case you have a program that is supposed to employ your beneficiaries in different businesses, you have to work with employers, you have to introduce them to different setbacks that could happen, and also increase the level of patience they could show in this process. People who are facing multiple discrimination, women and girls especially, they have to build different skills. So every program has to build on that capacity for survival, for coping that people already have. If worked on the proper way, that could be a huge benefit for any future employer of our beneficiaries.
In 2015, NGO Atina has established a social enterprise, Bagel, in order to support its economic empowerment program and sustainability of the organization.
You have to choose the area of work that you love doing. That's why we chose to open a bagel shop, to introduce a new product in the food market in Belgrade, and it turned out to be a successful story. But also food is something that we like. We talk about it, we like to explore different foods and so on. Our experience regarding running a social business is quite hectic and quite exciting, actually. If you're an NGO starting social business, you have to be aware that you have to allocate certain resources to this new endeavor. Human resources, that also means funding, and a lot of time.
The profits of enterprise is directed towards supporting comprehensive social inclusion program, and it is dedicated to the recovery of trafficking survivors.
Atina's programs of reintegration heavily depend on international funding, and there is no support from the local state or local authorities. We can proudly say that in the past 3 years, more than 25 women and girls have passed through this program that also had this component of professional practice in Bagel, and we also succeeded to employ several of our beneficiaries.